Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new here, my name is Mayank and I'm a second year student at HEC Paris specializing in marketing. In this video, I'm gonna raise 5 points which, if they are true for you, you should probably rethink your decision of coming to France. Or at least you should know these things before you come here. Ooh, also if you haven't already, join my mailing list. I'm waiting till I hit 100 followers on the mailing list before I actually start sending out emails. But once I do, I'm gonna be sending out my current thoughts, resources, and inspirations that are shaping me into who I am. Maybe while you're at it, follow me on Instagram as well. With that out of the way, let's jump straight right into it. Okay, so the first situation is if you don't have the money to support yourself while you're in France, or you're not willing to take a loan. In the United States, many international students depend on part-time jobs to fund their living expenses, and they're a reasonable way to actually do so. People end up getting jobs as teacher's assistants, as lab assistants, as research assistants, or other on-campus positions are very common, if not off-campus positions that are not that hard to get. However, in France, especially at business schools and in particular at HEC Paris, this is not so much the case. On-campus jobs are pretty much non-existent, and off-campus jobs, which are usually along the lines of working as a server at a restaurant or as a sales assistant at a store, require a good level of French already. And at HEC Paris, it's not even possible to get an off-campus position even if you're decent at French because the school is so far away from everything. And in fact, in my admissions interview 3 years ago, I actually asked this question and they told me to not depend on part-time jobs to fund my time here because the program itself is also so hectic. So a lot of students don't know this and end up coming here and struggling financially, and that's really not something you've come here to do. You've come here to study and make something of yourself and not to come here and struggle. But there is a trump card that you can play, and that is to get an apprenticeship. So an apprenticeship is a kind of internship that you do alongside your studies, where you're basically working 3 days a week and studying 2 days a week. And the company that you're working at usually also pays your tuition fee and gives you a monthly stipend. But again, not all schools allow this. I know that HEC Paris does not. And even if your school does allow it, it's not a guarantee that you're gonna get an apprenticeship because the job market here can be quite competitive, especially if you don't have any prior work experience. The second situation is if you expect to get a job in the US, Canada, Australia, or even the UK. While getting a job in the UK is something that some people do end up getting, getting a job in other English-speaking countries like the ones I mentioned before is quite a challenge. And it's something that's not commonly done after studying in France. As a rule of thumb, if you want to work in the US, study in the US. If you want to work in Canada, study in Canada. If you want to work in the UK, maybe study in the UK. After studying in France, most people end up getting a job either in Europe, in Germany, in Belgium, in the Netherlands, or in Dubai, particularly for those that go into consulting. Some people also end up getting jobs in Singapore, but it's rare. A lot of Asian students also end up getting jobs in Hong Kong or in China as well. And of course, many people end up getting jobs in France. But you might be asking this question, but Mayank, you got an internship in Los Angeles while you were at HEC. How did that happen? Okay, so I actually have a video on this, but in a sense, I got really lucky. That does not normally happen, I'll tell you that. But yeah, go watch my video to see exactly how it happened. Okay, so the third situation is if you don't want to struggle with the language. Even if you don't have any plans of staying back in France to work, and so you don't want to study French at an advanced level, life in France can still be quite frustrating if you don't know any French at all. For any and all kinds of administrative work, you will be struggling to communicate. Many student events and opportunities will be out of reach because they're going to be in French. People at restaurants, stores, museums, public transport, on the street can be quite dismissive if you speak to them in English. There have been so many times that people have refused to speak to me or help me out just because I started a conversation in English. And all these things can really add up over time and make you feel really alienated and frustrated, like why the hell did I come here? So yeah, that's something that you should really know, and you should prepare yourself and adjust your expectations accordingly. The fourth situation is if you're not prepared to study and learn French to a intermediate to advanced level if you plan on staying back in France to find a job here. This one is very important. The number of English-speaking jobs in France are few and far between, although that number is increasing. And even if your job is in English, it's possible that your office environment is in French and they're gonna prefer someone who speaks French over someone who speaks just English, because that way you'll be able to mingle with the others in the office better. Even otherwise, if you want to live in France and really be happy, you need to know French. There's really no way around it. It can feel really bad when you're around a bunch of people and they're all speaking French and you're the only one that doesn't understand anything. It also feels really bad when something spectacular is happening in front of you, someone's saying something super interesting, or you're at a bar or a club and everyone's having an amazing conversation and you're feeling left out because you don't understand anything. In a sense, you're not really living life to the fullest over here if you don't speak French, because there's so many things that are going to be out of reach for you. So yeah, you can probably do that for a year or 2 years or whatever, but I mean eventually if you want to stay here longer, you will have to learn French to an advanced level, and it's better to start on that sooner rather than later. I'm not saying that you should be an expert in French before coming, even I was not, and neither am I even now, but you need to be prepared to learn it, and it takes a lot of time and effort to do so. My previous video on the channel was exactly about this, about how I learned French in the last 2 years, and I think you should really go check it out. The fifth and final situation, which if it holds true for you, you should really rethink coming here, is if you're not prepared to do your own detailed research on what kind of job opportunities are available in France. Guys, it's 2021. The internet is accessible to everyone, including you. You can find exactly what kind of jobs are available in France by doing just some research on the internet. Okay, let me give you something to start with. Almost all the relevant job opportunities in France are gonna be in Paris. Take this information and go on Google and search for the kind of industries, companies, and offices that are there in Paris. And then go on LinkedIn and search for the exact job postings that are from each of these companies. You will find that there are some companies that hire very actively for positions in French as well as in English. And then there are some other companies like Facebook or Apple that don't hire as much because their offices in France are really small. This way, you can actually search for the companies that you're interested in and figure out whether the kind of people they're looking for are the kind of people that you are, and if you see yourself working at those offices. You'll also find the exact positions that they're hiring for. And you can try and figure out whether those are the positions that you want or those are the positions that you will fit in with depending on your profile. Oh, they're in French? Use Google Translate. If you find terms that you don't understand, for example, many jobs require a bac +5. Again, search for that on Google and try to figure out what that means. By doing this over a period of time, you yourself will understand what are the companies that are available here, what kind of positions are they hiring for, is that something that you want, and is that something that you see yourself doing after graduating from your degree in France. And if they are not, it's good to know that before you get here rather than after and then being disappointed. Alright, so I hope this video gave you a very realistic view of some of the things that you can expect if you get here, and if they don't work well for you, you should really rethink it. You should know that coming to France is not at all the same as going to the US, Canada, UK, Australia, or any other English-speaking country for that matter. That's not to say that it's a bad decision. There's plenty of amazing reasons why you should come here. And those are the reasons that I chose to come here as well. But it's just really important to have a good and realistic idea of what to expect before you get here, rather than coming here and then being disappointed and upset about all the things that you find here. Also, if you don't notice, I'm back at HEC. I had an amazing winter break back home in Bangalore in India, and I did a whole bunch of fun things. I met up with old friends, I went hiking and trekking a couple of times. I helped out around the house because my parents got a new apartment and I was helping to set it up, and I just generally chilled out and spent time with my family. Now it's 2021, Happy New Year by the way, and I'm finally back for my final semester at HEC, which I expect to be quite hectic, to be honest. The first 1 week was already quite intense because I was participating in this boot camp with L'Oreal, and that was super fun but very stressful. And you know, things are just getting started. Of course, I'm gonna keep you guys updated on everything over here as well as on Instagram, so yeah, you might want to go follow me so you can see what a business school student's life looks like here in France. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. It really helps me out with the algorithm, and you can also consider hitting that subscribe button because I'm gonna be uploading a lot more content just like this every single week. Ooh, you can also click on either of these 2 videos because I think they might help you out as well. Alright, see you guys in the next one.